Thursday, 5/20/21. Welcome everybody. We're going to go through an update real quick. We have so many names to go through that we're talking about in the Discord. So join us, the Option Guys. Wonderful Discord, great traders out there. We bounce trading ideas back and forth. The link will be in the description. But before we get into it, go down to the options tender logo on the bottom right hand corner, hit the subscribe and maybe notifications. We do these videos at least once a day and also on the weekend. Keep you updated whenever we can. All right, jumping into it, we have SPX options expected move. The options expected move is the playing field for the week. We started off the week up here right above, right at the 20 MA. We went straight down to the bottom end of the options expected move, the lower edge, gapped down underneath it and popped up hard. Now we close right above the 8 MA. We're at the beginning, right where we started the week. What does that say? Okay, that gives us three scenarios. I know this is Captain Obvious, but either we could have, after a big move like that, we could have a pause day to end our expiration week, and we'll end somewhere right around the beginning. Or what it's entailing is that we have another huge move in play, 78 points to the upside or 78 points to the downside. Either one's possible. I kind of am leaning towards the pause day after two huge bounce, but we'll see. We'll see if we get another follow through candle. Three white soldiers. We'll see. All right, let's put some trend lines on here. Trend is our friend. Here's the action. We had our rising pivot that we bounced off of, possible wave 1 down to wave 2, where we came right back to that pivot, and also it's our long range trend line. Okay, so where did we stop? Right below. We got held up by the 20 MA, but we're closed over the 8 EMA. That's a beautiful thing. We're starting to get bullish. I see a count here, bullish count. You know, there's nothing that, you know, says we can't, that there's not a bearish count here. With the momentum curling, we're kind of sideways. So we're neutral on the indicators. We're neutral at the 50 range and the RSI, but our count, we're gonna face the bullish count for now. All right, let's move over to SPY just to check out the volume. You know, everything looks pretty much the same on the SPY, but I just want to check out, what does our volume look like? I'm getting a little slow here, sorry. Okay, so the volume yesterday, pushing off of the rising pivot, and also that trend line was huge. And whoa, let me just exit out of there. We'll just go ahead and edit that out of the film. Nope, we won't. So our volume was decent today, you know, coming down a little bit, but we'll see if we get some follow through and see if we can keep the volume up at a good pace. All right, let's go down to the ES on a 65-minute chart. Geez, everything's moving so slow now. All right, so what is happening down in the nitty gritty? We have a triangle action happening. We had a ABC move down. We had a 5-wave move up, ABC down. So that's a 1, 2, and a 1-2 setup that we had today. So a 1-2, 1-2. That's as bullish as you get. Okay, we have after this 1, 2, right off the expected move, we shot straight up to the downtrend line. We're kind of failing right under that. We'll see what happens overnight. But this is a possible 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 to the upside. Or this is a 1, 2, 3, little 4, 5, and we completed that. That would be a 1, another 1, 2 that we had up higher. So a couple of things that could happen. I mean, really this, you know, on a bearish note, this could be an ABC and we start heading down after consolidating for this amount of time and start heading lower. But we're not leading that way right now. That's, yeah, all the indicators in the hourly are bullish. Okay, we have a bunch of names that we're going through on the Discord, and I want to just check those out and lightning speed here. Cvx, I caught this name right before the bell, maybe at 3:30 or so. I posted it. We had a doji. We're hitting support right here. We do have a little bit of a gap up top, but it looks like we had our ABC correction here, and now this is a 1-2. So we had a 5-wave move up and then an ABC down. I do believe we might pop up and test the 8MA and close the gap. So I'm looking for that play. That was a lotto play for tomorrow. And the reason behind that was I was actually looking at the XLE. The XLE was poised. We have like an ascending triangle happening here, and we're pushing off the 20MA, and it looks like we want to go higher on the XLE, so that's why I chose that name specifically. So let's see if we can make a move tomorrow. We are still bullish, and we're testing that the MACD line here with the leader line. So Nvidia missed this move. This was a huge move for me, and I usually have this name on my radar all the time, and I missed it. Stop right here at 20 MA, also at resistance. Once we get over here, then we'll start playing this name again. It looks like we're trying to cross over on the MACD. Nvidia is looking fabulous. Dkng, we've been talking about this in the room. I did take a trade on this. I didn't post it because it wasn't as safe as a trade as I needed to take, but it looks like we have an ascending triangle and consolidation. We're at the 8MA, also resistance. If we can gap over this tomorrow, that would be the best scenario. For the bulls, we're trying to cross over on the MACD. If we don't, looks like we're going to go down to about the 39, 38 area for maybe one last dip. Jmia. All right. We have that falling wedge here. Bullish falling wedge. It looks like we're crossing on the MACD, but just kind of going back and forth, whipsawing. And we really need to see some action here because we're right up against the 20MA and also the 200MA. We have every single moving average against us. This is really bearish, but this name might pop out. If we can get across this downtrend line, we might be in a good spot. Bynd also in the room looking for that reversal at least a bounce. We did close it right over the 8MA. We closed that gap there, and we're bouncing off of it. Also a bullish divergence. The MACD is trying to cross over. Looking for that bounce right to this resistance. Once support, now resistance area about 116. We'll be looking to play that pretty aggressive on Bynd. Coin, that was just I saw this and I was just looking at the volume that picked up on this low here and gapped up. I got into this play just hoping to test the 8MA to about the 248 area. Nothing special. I took a 245 call just to almost like a lotto play. We have bullish divergence, and we'll just scalp this real quick, and then we'll see if we can get above this downtrend line and start working our way up. GPM. Took this swing for tomorrow. JPM, look prime. This is the Dow has been super strong. The XLF has been super strong. We took a little bit of a dip, and now that the market is starting to work its way back up, it needs the XLF to do the same. So we took this despite the fact that we're right on the 8MA, but we haven't crossed over on the MACD yet, so we might be bouncing off there. Just want to go again for a quick scalp tomorrow. No target there. JBM looking strong. Facebook, we scalped today. Great move. We had this ABC correction in 1, 2, working on wave 3. I wouldn't be surprised to see some follow through. The huge move in the NASDAQ just kind of pulled me off a little bit. So I scalped that. Didn't want to hold it overnight just in case we want to rotate a little bit out of tech and then move into some of the small caps and financials. Tesla. Tesla, wonderful bounce here, right off one of our, I'd call this a support zone. Bounced off it, gapped up, follow through, but right at the 8 MA and the 200 MA, this is a warning sign here. What we might do is actually come down. You see the left shoulder, the head, and we might make a right shoulder here before bouncing up a little bit higher. So this might be a 1, and we come back to the 2 and higher for a 3. So we're going to keep Tesla right on our radar as usual. And Spce, which I had no idea what was happening with that until I looked at it with one of our good traders and the option guys. And when it gapped up right into weekly resistance. So again, this thing might come back here to do a head and shoulder, inverse head and shoulders.